Hello and welcome back to another episode of the News You Missed, the video game news show that seeks to recap what you missed this week in video game news that might be important, that mainstream media does not cover. And, ladies and gentlemen, the stories we're going to be covering involve Generation 5 of Pokémon, we're going to be video game preservation with Xbox. Speaking of Xbox, we got multiple Xbox stories and some PlayStation Plus news with a lot of cool stuff today, so if you're interested, stay tuned. Before we jump into the news, I just wanted to remind everybody that I don't make a dime off of these news videos and my videos anymore over on Protomario because good old YouTube and its updates and the glitches with the programs. Long story short, I have a Patreon and a link down below. You get access to these stories a day earlier just for $1 a month. You can support this show, and if you like to see this show continue, I would greatly appreciate your support there. But once again, all I ever ask of you is to just watch the show and enjoy the show. If you guys are liking it, make sure you click the like button and comment down below what news stories speak to you. An individual, a friend of mine over on Twitter, making me this funny meme template about me promoting Poke Stuff, which is my Pokemon only channel, but it's a funny picture, so there you go, real quick short laugh. Check out Poke Stuff if you're into Pokemon content, and we're gonna jump right into Pokemon news with that. Ladies and gentlemen, learn to read with Pokemon Primers ABC book and Pokemon Primers 1, 2, 3 book. I mean, honestly, this is great for people who are fans of Pokemon, kids who really like Pokemon, so I can't recommend it enough. It's really, really nice. Want to jump into Generation 5 news. Unova Origins. Alright, so this is from good old Dr. Lava, and I shout him out all the time because he does a lot of preservation for old articles and things like that, so good on him. But Masuda here explains his inspiration for Generation 5 and why it was based on New York City. And a lot of Generation 5 stands are going to be salty here in a minute. It's because of bridges. That's it. Your generation is because of bridges. Generation 1 had the creator inspired to collect bugs and go on a grand adventure. You can't do that anymore because of cities and how the world around us has evolved. Generation 5, it's because a guy like Bridges. So, a little bit anticlimactic there. But I can't stop laughing because it's so lame. An entire Pokemon generation because a guy like Bridges when he visited New York City. A lot of people like Bridges, and I'm sure you might be one of them, so let me know down in the comments down below. Speaking of monsters, not the pocket variety this time, the Nintendo Switch Monster Hunter Rise Deluxe Edition is in stock over at Best Buy online. You can check into this. It's a beautiful Nintendo Switch. Looks gorgeous, has a nice embossed art on the front of the Switch dock itself with a little bit of fire, Monster Hunter lettering, and of course, Monster. And on the back portion of the Nintendo Switch itself, it also has art, and the Joy-Cons themselves have a unique design to them as well. I do like this. It fits a lot of aesthetics still. It doesn't go crazy with the Joy-Con coloring, making them stick out like a sore thumb. Green and neon pink Joy-Con set, like those things never match, and I don't really like those special editions of Switches, but this one's pretty mild and nice with a lot of undertones, so if you're big into Monster Hunter, I'm sure you'll enjoy this one. I want to move on, and we're going to talk about some PlayStation news. The PlayStation Plus games for April: Days Gone, Oddworld, Soulstorm, and Zombie Army 4 Dead War. I can't recommend these games enough, so if you're really into getting free games on PlayStation, or you just got a PlayStation 5 and you don't have any games for it, check out and pick up Oddworld Soulstorm for that. But for PS4 users, you get Days Gone and Zombie Army Dead War 4. These are great games that you can get free, but do remember that they aren't free to keep forever. A lot of these games have restrictions like signing in online and keeping your online up to date to play. Cyberpunk 2077's PlayStation return is completely up to Sony, says CD Projekt Red. I know this is the truth, but I love how they make this seem like, oh, this is all PlayStation's fault. This is why we are on the PlayStation, because Sony won't let us be there. It's like, bro, your game was complete and total garbage. The glitches were worse than what you would see in a Skyrim or a Oblivion compilation. Like, Jesus Christ, it was Fallout 76 worthy, man. It might have been worse than Fallout 76. It might have been worse than Ubisoft's faceless, headless people on their games when they were launching games with those type of glitches. Man, Cyberpunk was tore up from the floor up. But yes, they are asserting and alleging that it really is up to Sony. Good luck, bro, getting your game back on the store. Microsoft says that preserving classic games is more important than ever. The Xbox team wants to preserve icons and classic games for newer and older players alike. For the most part, Microsoft is not lying. They do try to retain their service. At the same time, I do find it a little bit ironic because they literally just renamed Xbox Live the Xbox Network. So preservation, maybe not the key word there. Maybe everyone else like Sony and Nintendo are delisting games and removing stores, and we don't want to do that, and we want to look like the good guys, and maybe that's what Microsoft's doing. But seriously though, at any point in time we can get these companies aboard video game preservation. We need to do it. Video games are considered art, and all art should be preserved as a memoriam for our work. Backwards compatibility reaches for the clouds with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members. Man, this is great. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys didn't know, there are select games that are becoming backwards compatible with the cloud gaming. You know how Stadia was going to be like the cloud gaming platform, but like they had no games and also they didn't work at all? The picture here shows a Microsoft Xbox One controller attached to a phone stand. The person obviously is playing Gears of War, which cool, okay. And I don't know if a lot of people are going to want to play a lot of these games on the cloud. None of them are really fast-paced first-person shooters, more RPG slow-paced, so they seem to work very, very well. Also, a lot of them being from Rare, but we do have things like Morrowind being shown here, which is really, really nice. This is basically going to kill Stadia and other cloud gaming platforms until PlayStation and Nintendo inevitably bring out their own cloud gaming platforms. I think Microsoft's doing a very good push for this. I think this is great, and if you're an Xbox user, you'll probably be very, very happy. Hopefully, it will be much, much better than Stadia, because that was the problem with Stadia. It just was a terrible connection, didn't deliver. For this next story, I can't even keep a straight face, because the Games with Gold is giving away over $130 in value. I have played Dark Void and Hardcore's Uprising, and they're pretty cool games, pretty fun games. Hardcore's Uprising is more akin to a Contra spiritual successor than anything else, and Dark Void was an interesting experiment for a while. I can only imagine that truck racing is racing with trucks, and I definitely wouldn't pay $60 for that. And Vikings, I have no idea. I believe it says like Wolves of Asgard is like the tagline there. Games with Gold is saying that it's giving it away with Game Pass, also $130 worth in Game Pass and Xbox Live Gold. But these games are pretty bad in comparison to PlayStation's, so I know a lot of people are laughing about that and saying that PlayStation gets the dub. But at the end of the day, I did want to note that while several of the PlayStation games are much, much better, they do require you to sign online to play them for free, whereas Games with Gold, if you get the 360 games, you do not have to sign online to play them. You get them for free forever to keep. So there you go. Make sure you get those free games, even if they aren't the best. Sega's mini chief Yosuke Okanori, and I'm really sorry I butchered that, said that fans can expect another mini console from Sega, and it's either going to be the SG-1000 Mini or the Dreamcast Mini. And man, I'm gonna tell you right now, it would be a dream come true to get an actual mini Dreamcast console, because a lot of people absolutely love the Dreamcast, and I would love HDMI support natively with Dreamcast games, upscale them to 720p, make them look really, really nice. Beautiful, man. That console would sell like hotcakes. Doom 2 and Doom 3 are getting physical releases on the Switch with Doom, the Classic Collection. I just want to talk about this. If you've never played Doom, this is a great way to play it on the Switch. Of course, you could get it anywhere for significantly cheaper than the price tag that they're trying to get for this. This is a physical release, though, from Limited Run, and it is $80, but you probably buy it for the fact that you have the games physically. I don't know if a lot of people actually have a physical version of Doom and Doom 2. Doom 3 is pretty easy to acquire physically. Doom and Doom 2 physical copies. Like, do you have them from back in the 90s? Do you have your Doom shareware discs still? You know what I mean? Like, you get a nice collector steelbook case here. And I think the thing that drew me in a lot more than anything else here is that there's an actual floppy of Doom, of what it would look like back in the day to have Doom on a floppy disk, and it's an actual USB, so it's really, really cool looking. I want to get this for that alone. I think I might order this myself. It comes with a Doom comic book, keychain, you know, some metal card thing, just a bunch of collectibles. A lot of that's just BS, throwaway BS. You're really here for the game itself, a steelbook, maybe one of the things. What do you guys think of this? Would you be willing to pay $80 for arguably games that you could get for like 15 bucks for the collectibles inside of it? You let me know down in the comments down below. Finally, I want to close with some more Nintendo Switch news. You can win this cow-shaped Nintendo Switch to celebrate the Story of Seasons. Yeah, Story of Seasons is coming to Switch, and they got a cow-themed Nintendo Switch, which is pretty cool. I like it. It's really unique. It's not just a skin. Like, this is a really, really unique Nintendo Switch, man. Man, where's Cows Crazy when you need them? I need a cameo. Cows, where are you, bro?
Oh my god, Nintendo Switch cow version. It's so amazing. Look at it. It's got the horns, it's got the ears, the big cow nose, those little cute little eyes. It's amazing. But this thing, if I could win this thing, it would be totally worth it just for the Joy-Cons. If I could win this Nintendo cow Switch, it would be amazing. I would love it just for the Joy-Cons. The nice classic black and white cow pattern. It is totally awesome. I've put my name in the hat for this wonderful Switch, and hopefully I win it, but it's highly unlikely. But whoever wins it is going to be one lucky cow fan, that is for sure. This is for the Story of Seasons giveaway.
Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the News You Missed. I've been your host, Protomario. If you did, make sure you leave a like. Click that subscribe button if you want to come back and watch these. Remember, I don't make a dime off of this, so your support means the world to me over on Patreon. Or here, if you just want to leave a comment, like and share the video and let other people know I exist. And other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. As always, good gaming, God bless, and thanks for watching.